A device experience can be the most accessible, wonderful thing in the world, but if you can't get it out of the box, then it doesn't matter.
That first time that somebody opens a box and feels like somebody was paying attention to me, or somebody was thinking about my situation or my abilities, that's where we lay the foundation for all the work that we do.
We started thinking about a year and a half ago about the journey we had been on and all the insights and learnings that we had accrued. We just decided to open source what we had learned, put it together in a guide, and just put it out there to see whether or not it would be helpful.
Expanding that community was just a very exciting proposition.
We couldn't have imagined the response that we got.
Oh my gosh. The minute I got it, I was like, whoa, what? This is a great document.
The word spread pretty quickly to the Google team after it was announced. I think we instantly knew that their team had tapped into something incredibly useful.
They really brought a conversation that a lot of us were having, I think, internally amongst ourselves, out into the public, invited everyone to join into that conversation. And it's been a great conversation.
It's great to see brands that we don't normally work together come together, share that knowledge, right, to solve real problems. I think it's the right thing to do.
It's rewarding to know that a small change, like adding a pull tab or a tactile signifier, can turn a moment of potential frustration into one of independence.
This isn't about a design guide, a packaging design guide. To me, it was a powerful signal.
It signals that accessibility is becoming a design standard and not a niche concern.
This accessibility guide from Microsoft is going out to all our faculty. This is going to be one of the things we're going to do for this term. Let's focus in on this. I mean, they're going to be designing the future here. And that's what I get excited about. I love it.
We're all growing into accessibility, just as we age. That's a powerful statement. We're all growing into accessibility.
People with disabilities are not only the world's largest minority, but also the fastest growing population.
There's over 60 million adults and children that are living with arthritis today.
Growing up with psoriatic arthritis, I just found that so many makeup products were too difficult to use. Even the simple tasks felt really frustrating. I wanted to create a brand where products were easy to use, wider shapes and softer materials that offer more control during application.
When you find a brand that is meeting your needs, that really speaks to an individual.
You know, I look at some of the stuff like the Coca-Cola has done, and I really want one of their opener tools. Because I hate opening sodas against my body, because they spill on me. So if I can do it this way instead, that's a huge deal for me.
We are engaging with our customers, the ease machine, and what it does, it asks consumers to open these bottles. And then the machine measures how much effort you need to open it. And the machine then basically collects all this data and it helps the R&D team to see what can be done about that.
If you imagine a bell curve of any metric of ability and you target the center, the average, you're designing out inclusion. But if you design for the edges, for those who are often overlooked, you get the middle for free.
The best work is work that comes with that purpose of feeling like maybe we're making a difference in people's lives. What we're celebrating a year on is that we're seeing freer flow of an exchange of ideas.
There's an evolution that's happened in design thinking.
This renewed sense of purpose, this collective sense of momentum.
Designed in such a way where it still is aesthetically beautiful, but yet functions at the highest possible level.
My overall hope is that accessibility becomes a standard and not a trend.
I don't think accessibility and inclusive design is a trend. I think inclusive design is good design is beautiful design. And more folks are coming around to share that belief, and that's great.
It really hits home that the work that we do every day impacts so many people. So take the guide, download it, share it within your organization. We can't do it by ourselves.